Hey everybody, it's Adam from Bodyworx WEBTV. How are you? Welcome to our June-July edition. Hey everybody, welcome to Bodyworx WEBTV. We got lots to do today. We're going to introduce you to a couple of new athletes that we've signed in the last little while. We're also going to go to the Toronto Pro Super Show and watch some of our athletes compete and just take you around the show. It's one of the bigger bodybuilding expos here in Canada. So let's get started. First of all, let's talk about Craig Harada. Craig's a buddy of mine. I've known him for a couple of years, and he was one of the very first people that we signed because I'm a huge fan. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Scarborough, Ontario, and we're going to go to a gym that we affectionately here called the Dungeon. It's a bit of an old school gym, and follow some of his training just before the Toronto Pro Super Show. Craig competed there. He did exceptionally well and set a new Ontario record for deadlifts. So we'll go through some of his training, and at the end of the video we've got a bunch of stuff about the show where you can see him and see his winning performance. So let's go down to Scarborough, Ontario and meet Craig Harada. So we're out on the road heading up to Scarborough, Ontario to a gym called, which is affectionately called the Dungeon, which is a Good Life gym just on Kennedy Road. It's a really old school gym, and it's a great place for us to meet up with a guy named Craig Harada. I've known Craig for a couple of years. He's a Canadian powerlifter. He sits around 240 pounds and is going to be competing at the Toronto Pro Super Show on June 2nd. So what we thought we'd do is go and follow Craig around for a little bit, follow him through one of his quick workouts, and and then see what we can do about chatting with him afterwards about what he's looking to do at the Toronto Pro Super Show. And so we'll follow Craig around a little bit, see what his training program is like just before a show. Obviously, it's a little bit different for bodybuilders than it is for powerlifters. See if we can compare some of the differences, and then we'll sit down and talk to him for a little bit and see what his dieting and all those things are. So if you're interested in becoming a powerlifter, or curious about powerlifting, you will get a good insight on what this is all about.
Let's go!
while you're prepping for the Toronto Pro Super Show, what does your diet change now, or does it?
It doesn't really change, except that right now I'm trying to cut a few pounds because I'm currently 240. I got to weigh 231 or under. So this week I'm going high protein, low carb, just to shed a little extra weight, give me a chance to rebound next week, and then the last week I'm going to cut some water.
Nice. What's the training routine now? Is it a lot more lighter weight volume, or are you just to sort of maintain without getting hurt, or do you have a couple of days before you go and compete where you'll just max out to see where you're at?
It's a little bit of both. Like these front squats are assistance work for my back squat, so I'm lowering the intensity a little bit, trying to keep it a little bit, maybe a little bit easier, just getting in some volume repetition. In the main lifts, bench press, squat, and deadlift, I'm training up more to singles and cutting my overall volume just to both peak for single attempts and also to allow for a little extra recovery going up into the meet week.
And what's the goal weight for the squat, competitive-wise?
Either 215 or 220, which is in kilograms. That's in kilograms, and in pounds it's 473 or 484.
Nice. And that'll be a personal best this time, or are you?
That'd be an all-time personal best.
That's fantastic. Hey everybody, welcome back. So that was Craig's amazing performance at the Toronto Pro Super Show. A little bit later on in the show, we will go around the Toronto Pro Super Show and show you a little bit more about what was going on. But right now I want to introduce you to one of our newest athletes. This is a guy, he's huge, and this is one of the best signings I think we've ever done. I'm really pleased with this. He's a great guy. And I gotta say this, and I'm gonna put this out there a little bit, that I am really proud of all the athletes we have signed with Custom Bodyworx. We are a big family here, and it is as much on athletic performance as it is on personality. And Adam Moore, our guy down in Alabama, is a great guy. You're really gonna enjoy him. Very, very genuine and a big, big lad. So without further ado, I'm just gonna let him introduce himself, and then we'll go through a little bit of his leg training. Just as a side note, check out the size of the calves on this guy. I think that in 2013, Adam is going to be one of our absolute superstars. So, let's go down to Alabama.
Hey everyone, my name is Adam Moore. I'm 29 years old. I live in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm a Custom Bodyworx and Muscle Warfare Clothing athlete. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm very thankful to be a part of this family, this company. I've been training since I was 18 years old. I always lifted weights. Never really been serious like I am now. I've always wanted to do bodybuilding. Didn't know the severity of the situation, how serious it was. Nobody could ever show me the door, never found it. Got into powerlifting, did that for a little bit. But really fell in love with the sport in July 2010. I went to my first show. And then in August, I really saw what competition was when I went to the Alabama State Show. Everybody was shredded. Everybody was best of the best. Everybody was a winner in my book. I was a complete awe of everyone. I decided from that point on this is what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to be a bodybuilder. So I met my coach that same night, Michael Clark with Hammer Fit Body. He's 57 years old. He's going on 59 this year. And he's still insane, still lifting big numbers, blowing these 20-year-olds out of the water. Took me under his wing. I went from 308 pounds, 42-inch waist, within 6 months, I was down to 220. My body fat was under 8%. I was about a 34-inch waist. My diabetes was under control, in remission. My blood pressure, cholesterol, everything was perfect. I really saw what I could do with my life and my health, my body. So this year, with the help of friends and family, the back end of Custom Bodyworx, some doors open for me. I'm training hard. I'm getting ready for 2013. We really plan on taking this to the next level. Nutrition's been on key. Training's been harder than ever. My current weight is 272 pounds and holding. I'm stronger than I've ever been. But I really hope I get to meet everybody soon. And feel free to check me out on Facebook and watch me grow, everyone. God bless. Take care.
I'm gonna blow your mind and push you higher. I have my ways to find a nailed a liar. You want it clean, I'll make it mean. Anywhere you want, you wanna squeeze it, you wanna please it. Always on the hunt. Come on and roll out, so fucking hold it, move your ass. Come on and scream out, we fucking made out, live it fast.
You know we live it
24/7,
24 hours.
7 days a week.
You know we give it
24/7,
24 hours.
7 days a week. I'm gonna kick you hard, you want disaster. We only take it rough and tough and